Safety Wrestling Podcast. Here, Curtis Christian alongside Joe Lopez, Mike Ranier. Fellas, how was your Rumble experience this year?
It was quite magical.
Yeah. Joseph?
Yes.
You sound tired.
I mean, no. Why would I do that?
By the way, happy Black History Month. It's February as it's recording.
Oh wow, how strange of you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be taking compliments about that.
And Mama Say, Mama Sama Magusa to you as well.
Oh, fuck, man.
Are we really into the Miami Sound Machine going right now? It's only fucking midnight.
Anyway, we got a big show today. Exciting show today. We're going to recap Royal Rumble in a few minutes. We also are going to discuss this week's big news with WWE, the network, and Peacock coming to an agreement. A big deal.
I don't think that's the biggest news of the week.
You don't think it's the biggest news of the week? Come on now. That's a huge news.
Why is it huge news?
It's huge news. You don't think it's huge news, buddy?
I don't think it's the most important news story of the week.
Outside the ring?
You said that you thought it was the most important one of the week.
Well, I mean, outside the Rumble, of course. I'm saying, like, outside the ring. I mean, the Rumble's a Rumble. I mean, best pay-per-view of the year. You know? Come on now. And we end the show tonight with some Royal Rumble Jeopardy, courtesy of Joe Lopez. So, let's get started, because we already started late, and I'm really excited about this show. Even though I'm sleepy as hell, I'm very excited about this podcast tonight. Royal Rumble 2021 in the books. To me, it was another good one. We'll grade each match. We'll grade the entire show, of course. Burn, let's go.
Oh, hold on. I got to fucking open up the page now.
Wow.
All right. The opening contest was a match on the pre-show for the women's tag title match. It featured Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Asuka and Charlotte Flair. 10 minutes, 30 seconds, new tag team champions as Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler get the win. Thanks to help from one Lacey Evans and Ric Flair.
It's quite clear, you know, and obviously we're going to see this as we move forward with the results of the podcast of the tonight's show. That we're heading towards a certain match, if not a Mania, then definitely before Mania. You know, Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans. That's definitely something that's going to be obviously looked at and probably be done within the next couple weeks or couple months, whatever. But I actually missed this match.
If Lacey Evans versus Charlotte Flair doesn't end with a Ric Flair on a forklift match, we're doing this all wrong.
Good point.
Honestly, I just want to find out eventually that this all stems from Ric Flair not being happy with the Christmas gift that Charlotte got him this year. Like, you know, like he was just like, another fucking tie? Fuck you, I'm going to ruin your career.
I mean, what could he get Ric Flair at this point? 71, 72 years old.
I don't know. Maybe he just asked for something and she was like, nah.
I will say, though, I mean, I don't hate this feud, though. It's not bad. I mean, this is going to help Lacey Evans, obviously, hopefully get over in a big way. You know, you think. I don't hate it. It's something different. I don't mind it.
It's really good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
You're not a fan of it?
No, because it's you've built Charlotte for the last like 3-4 years as someone like trying to like beat her father's record of titles or whatever, and like doesn't need her father anymore, and like, oh, I don't need my dad anymore, and then like 4 months later, yep, her dad's back, fucking with her. It's fucking agonizing.
That's what you're saying. I mean, it's hit or miss, really. Be honest with you. I mean, it's not my favorite feud going on right now in the WWE universe, but I mean, it's
I could probably I think the Sasha Banks versus Reginald feud is more entertaining than Lacey Evans right now.
Huh. See what you're saying. But I mean, in other news, I'm really excited about the, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retaining, getting back the titles.
Sure,
You know?
I'm not opposed to that. But I also really wish that this would have led to Charlotte versus Asuka after some kind of miscommunication. But instead, we're gonna get Lacey versus Charlotte eventually, and no idea what we're gonna get out of the tag title matches.
Well, I mean, there's still a chance. I mean, there are 2 pay-per-views between now and Mania, so maybe you exhaust the Charlotte Lacey feud at either Elimination Chamber or Fastlane, and then maybe you can still cook up an Asuka Charlotte match at WrestleMania. That's still in play. So,
honestly, I don't think it's in play though, because obviously you're gonna have the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble in one of the spots, and I just don't know if she makes a ton of sense in the other spot right now. We'll have to see how it gets built, but I don't know if she's in play for that one.
Okay.
Opener of the main show for the WWE Championship: Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg. 2 minutes 30 seconds was the time of the match once the bell rang. It took Goldberg about 35 minutes to get to the ring because he had to come all the way from the center field 380 marker.
like a closer.
Yeah. My tweet when the show came on was Goldberg versus Drew to open. This could very well shape how the night is going to go. Also, Goldberg may patrol center field as well as Kevin Kiermaier. For those of you that don't know, Kevin Kiermaier is the center fielder of the Tampa Bay Rays,
Right.
And is one of the best defensive outfielders in baseball. So I thought it was a fun little pun seeing how they're in Tampa.
That's what he said. No, really, he did just say that. You said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought Goldberg was going to win this match after he hit that third spear and that really bad jackhammer that looked like his hip blew out. That may be one of the worst jackhammers I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty sloppy.
He's not safe in the ring at all. He is a fucking, walking train wreck.
It definitely just seems weird to me that at the end of the day, they dusted him off just to have Drew beat him cleanly. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
For a 2.5 minute squash match?
Yeah, like that was very random.
I think that this is unfortunately playing back to the role that Saudi Arabia has played recently. I think
Right.
Goldberg is kind of that same thing where, his contract says he has to wrestle in 2 matches to get paid. And, it's one of those where he's like, well, I'm not going to get paid.
Yeah.
Right.
So he kind of sucks it up, loses in 2 or 3 minutes to somebody like Drew McIntyre, and then goes away for 6 months, and then comes back for another random 7-minute match. Maybe this time will be in Saudi Arabia, so they can actually get what they're paying for. But I digress.
Well, let me be honest real quick. I didn't necessarily hate this match, but considering the fact that the expectations were so low anyway for this match, plus I was scared as shit that Goldberg would actually win. Like, I'm literally watching this match with my wife and my 2 kids, and we're all rooting for Drew, obviously. And you should have seen my reaction when the the third spear came in. I'm like, oh, is he really gonna win this fucking match? Is Vince gonna do this? And when Drew kicked out, I was like, good, thank God, because there's no way in hell. I mean, but I thought the match itself, considering the circumstances, the situation, I thought Drew got enough out of him, make it look like a semi-believable match. I gave the match a B-, and only because of the fact that my expectations were so low.
Wow, you're real fucking kind to a fucking 2.5 minute match.
Well, there's also but don't forget though, it was a 7-minute match, but there was also activity outside the match before the bell rung anyway. So
sure.
The spot, the little spot where Goldberg hit Drew with the spear on the on the outside. I mean, you had all that going on. I mean, like I said, those are things we expected. Like, could you get at least 5 to 8 actual minutes with Goldberg? Drew did that. And you gotta give him credit for that.
You got 2.5 minutes out of him.
Well, I'm including the outside the ring stuff before the bell rung. Also,
Dude, Goldberg was winded before he got to the ring.
well, no one who told us sorry he has to go fucking walk from way outside center field.
Oh,
Like it's Vera.
WWE shouldn't have put his locker room in fucking West Chattanooga.
Well, bottom line, I'm just glad they got the result you wanted. And we were discussing last week. I made a mention last week on the podcast about how this being a legacy thing. It's really for Drew. Whatever. I know Goldberg is 53 years old, whatever the fuck he is, but he beat Goldberg. It's on his resume. It looks good. Let's move on.
Does it look good?
It says Goldberg. We're not going to look at the details. He beat Goldberg. That's all we know.
Well, myself and Craig, who was over watching it at the house, as was his brother Billy, we both immediately thought that this was going to be Goldberg then being in the Rumble in some way, shape, or form, maybe as an angle to eliminate one Brock Lesnar to get a Brock Lesnar-Goldberg match at WrestleMania. So we'll see if that comes up.
Angles galore.
Joe, did you give this match a grade?
I mean, I guess I can give it a B because at least the result was really good.
Yeah, see? It's better than mine. I went B minus.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly wasn't a bad match, and at the end of it, you had the result that we were all hoping for. And clean too. There was no tomfoolery, no shenanigans, nothing crazy. It was just a straight up Drew beating Goldberg. It didn't even take 27 claymores. It only took 13.
All it took.
So if the match would have went 4 minutes, he would have had to hit double?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Just making sure. Next up, we have the SmackDown Women's Title match. The champion Sasha Banks goes up against Carmella, who is accompanied to the ring by Reginald. As Carmella was walking out, my tweet was, quote, "Damn, could Reginald stare any harder trying to find Carmella's ass?"
Yeah,
okay,
buddy.
Okay, wait. So I need to take this moment because this is the perfect time to say this. Okay.
Go ahead.
Is it not really racially offensive that every time this man comes out, they refer to him as her sommelier?
I never noticed that actually, but now you said that.
It's like if Super Crazy came out with her and they were like, "Oh, look, it's her Mexican." You can't actually say that, but they say it every week.
You forget. You forget, Joe. This is the world of Vince McMahon. He does what the fuck he wants.
But Vince has toned it down in the last 8 years since they become publicly traded.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. How is nobody noticing this? Low key, they literally call him fucking Carmella's Somalian.
Is Reginald Somalian?
I don't know that matters. To be perfectly honest.
Because if he is, it's not like it's fake news.
Well, anyway, I thought the match, to segue into the actual conversation, I thought the match was good. I was cooking dinner during it a little bit. I feel like Sasha would be proud of me. Go girl. But so I didn't get to 100% give my attention to it, and I definitely feel like their match at TLC was better, but this wasn't bad. So I liked it, and that's all I have to say about that.
I give it a B. I thought it was a good match, solid match. We all knew. I know Mike teased the idea maybe something can happen here, a swerve, but Sasha's gonna be. Look, it's painfully obvious Sasha's gonna be a champion at least till WrestleMania. Whoever happens beyond that. That. But it was a good match, and Carmella looked great, and I think it's all you can do.
Yeah, no, Carmella's been a good foil for someone look, you need people who are going to challenge for the title and lose. You know, not everyone can challenge for the title and win. If that was the way it went, then wrestling would be boring. So you have to have some people who are going to go out there, are going to look like they could win, are going to seem like they deserve these shots, but are ultimately not going to end up winning. Right now, Carmella's like the perfect person in that role.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. I gave it a B as well. Spot in the match though where Carmella went for that suicide dive and almost went like fucking face first.
Mm.
Me and Craig both thought that she was going to break her face on that one. So
thank God she did.
Yeah, luckily she did not sustain any kind of injury. Post match,
I think she would have been saved by her nose.
I don't think her nose would have saved her, dude. That thing, she fucking went face first. Post match, we see a backstage segment, and I'll hit on this one. And we normally don't talk about backstage segments too much. We're doing reviews. It is of the New Day. All of them having some kind of homage to the one, the only Brody Lee. I thought it was a nice moment. To, really give them that moment to show it, because they may not be in the ring all that long for the Rumble. And some of them may not even be in the ring at all. So I thought it was cool that they let those guys show off the gear. So kudos to Vince and the guys there. Definitely a good moment. Then we got the absolute worst thing you'll see on this show. Some guy rapping about Booker T.
Bad Bunny. Now, Booker T is supposedly in the actual video too.
Yes,
I did see today as well.
Like,
we didn't ask for this. I tweeted earlier today. Like, I'm not against, other outside forces coming into the world and whatever performing. I get that. We want to promote to the other people who may not watch this stuff, but I like whatever, dude. Look, the best part of the performance, honestly, was "Can You Dig It, Sucker?"
I personally loved it. It gave me a chance to finish making dinner without missing anything else on the show that I actually cared about.
Did you at least catch the "Can You Dig It, Sucker"?
Yeah, it was perfectly timed for me.
Okay,
so I mean,
you could have waited until the random 24-minute break in between Royal Rumble matches and the
halftime show.
Yeah, which we'll get to. Trust me, because we're gonna have a conversation about that. We then transition. Our next contest
so funny.
is the 30 women Royal Rumble match. It didn't take long for the surprises to start. Number 2 entry was none other than Naomi, making her return to the WWE roster from injury. Bianca Belair at 3.
Girl, can we talk about Naomi for a hot second?
I'm always good to Naomi. Oh yeah,
I like Naomi better when she had about another 10 pounds on her. Like, she looked a little bit better with a little bit more thickness. Like, I love you, girl, but eat a couple of cheeseburgers. All I'm saying.
It was hilarious. You're not the only one that said that. Carol and Craig both were like, has she lost some of her ass?
She's lost some of her everything.
I'm glad I'm the only one that noticed that. Good job. I was like, she's a little slimmer tonight. Okay.
Definitely a little slimmer.
TV.
But not in the right places.
Correct.
Yeah.
She was countered by Bayley.
And I say that as a gay man.
Yeah, no.
We then got Bianca at 3. The first couple NXT comes in at 5 and 7 with Shotzi Blackheart, who shot her bazooka at.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
That was great.
Toni Storm at 7. We then have our first returnee. We have Jillian Hall at 8.
Real quick, Mike, what do you think of the Billie Kay spots? Her going up, approaching each wrestler with the little autograph.
I think that fits her gimmick perfectly because what she's trying to do.
Okay.
And she got Jillian Hall to be on her squad with Jill Bill.
Right.
This is all going to end with her and Peyton Royce as a tag team again, right?
You think that's where it's going?
I think it has to be.
fix a mistake they made.
Yeah,
There was no reason to break them up in the first place.
Exactly, and like they're both literally just looking for a teammate.
Yeah. They're more lost now than they were as a tag team.
They're awful right now as singles.
Yeah. I agree with you, Joe.
At 10, we have Victoria. At 12, we have Santana Garrett. At 14, we have Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah, and that's when it picked up. Because see, this match, it was good for the first couple spots early. Then it kind of tailed off a little bit, and once Rhea got in there, shit was on.
Rhea almost played the role of Bianca from last year, where she was the eliminator.
Yes,
she was.
I agree. Yep, she was phenomenal tonight, by the way, Rhea.
Number 17, Tori Wilson, the Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. Who, 18. I swear to God, looked better in this match than she did in her entire actual career.
We've watched a lot of 2003 wrestling. Trust me, we know.
Okay.
Right? Am I crazy or am I right? Sam,
no, you're right.
The little I've seen of Tori Wilson, she looked better tonight. The little I've seen of her, she looks better tonight. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans at 18 wearing one of Charlotte or Ric Flair's robes.
I thought that was great.
Alicia Fox makes a return at 21. Dakota Kai from... Yes.
Can we get like one of those online petitions going for the WWE to stop referring to her as a legend?
What year did she wrestle in WWE?
Can we also... She just retired like 2 years ago.
It doesn't matter. Like length of career does not make you a legend. The girl still cannot do a fucking like clothesline.
Hey, she won 24/7 champion tonight. What are you talking about?
Motherfucker, I'm the 24/7 champion right now. I pinned Peter Rosenberg. Fuck you.
Peter Rosenberg, motherfucker. Crazy.
Dakota Kai in at 23. Carmella, who just lost, in at 24. Alexa Bliss at 27 came out. Yes, please. Yes, please. She looked amazing. Not gonna lie to you. I like how they were she was gonna go into like the female fiend role, and Rhea was like, nope.
Yep, I love that spot.
Not today.
She ain't for the fucking games, dude.
So no Alexa getting into WrestleMania, at least not as of yet. Ember Moon at 28, Nia Jax 29, and then of course Natalya at 30.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about how Lana eliminated Nia Jax?
Yeah.
That was such a perfect payoff to everything that they built up for months with them.
I didn't mind it.
It was really good. Final three: Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley.
Which let's be honest, had to be the three favorites to win, which to me made it really exciting.
The safe pick and then the newcomers, yeah.
Charlotte, after winning last year's, I did not think was going to go back to back like Drake. She did not go back to back. It was either Bianca Belair or Rhea Ripley for the final two entries in the match. Both nice spot where they both like kind of go over like the Shawn Michaels spot where they're like, oh, only one foot kind of stuff. So like I like that. They get back in the ring. Bianca gets the win. She punches her ticket to WrestleMania. Obvious that it's going to be her versus Sasha.
Yeah. I thought the crying. I mean, I don't know if it was real or not, but I thought if it was not real, I thought it was a bit much. But I'm happy for her, obviously, and obviously I think did all three of us pick her to win the whole thing?
I know I did.
Yeah, I know I did too. Joe, I think you did also, didn't you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what though, like it was obvious that Bianca was getting set up for for Mania. Rhea set herself up nice going forward because all these rumors about her being called up at some point. If you didn't know her even last year, you know her now. She was. I'm not gonna say that she was the MVP to match, but fuck, she was great tonight.
Yeah, you still have plenty of time. You can easily set her up for either a match I mean, it could be a match for the title against Charlotte or against Asuka, or it could be just, a match that doesn't have the title involved against
Charlotte.
Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can set that up very easily for one of the two WrestleMania nights.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm okay with it.
Some statistics before we move on from the match. 4 eliminations from Bianca Belair, 6 from Shayna Baszler, 7 from Rhea Ripley, and 4 from Nia Jax. They're the only ones with more than 1.
It's funny because Bianca probably had more impact last year, in my opinion, based on where she was. But obviously, her winning, changed everything. But she was the third selection, and those spots where you forgot she was there for a little while because of Bayley. And then I remember there was a time also like there's like at least like 10 girls in the match at one point. Remember, like by the time you got 12, 13.
What I will say is her run in last year's match and how the fans took to her is what got her the win this year.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
I agree. 100%.
No question. Yeah.
And I think that's the thing here is while it wasn't as impactful as her because she didn't throw 75 people out of the ring and look super strong. The build has been nice for her. It's made sense, but her performance last year made it where, okay, I've already showed you I can do this. Now let me show you that I can go for 57 minutes and, now be the new number 1 contender and punch her ticket to WrestleMania, which, like I said, I think it's fairly obvious that it's Sasha.
Yeah, I can't make it make sense. I don't see any. I don't know why she even asked Asuka. I mean, Sasha and Bianca's destined.
I mean, unless you're going to try to get Bianca moved over to Raw, but then I don't know what you do with the SmackDown division from there.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think Sasha and Bianca makes the most sense. I don't see why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I gave this match a B+. Definitely the best female Rumble that they've done.
I agree with you.
I actually gave it A-. I thought the reason why I gave it A- because I thought the beginning was great. The middle kind of got a little, this filler. But I thought the end, once Rhea got into the match, and especially the last 3, took this match to another level for me.
Hold on.
So, hold on what? What are you got holding on? I'm holding.
How can you say the middle was filler and then Rhea Ripley got in the ring? Rhea Ripley came in the middle. She was number 14.
No, well, I'm saying between 4 and what was she? 14? You said.
Your mathematics makes no sense.
Okay,
sir.
between 4
the middle
14,
of the middle of the match is 14-15.
Okay.
I don't understand how you're saying the middle of the match.
Right,
sir.
that is a good point. Okay, my math is a little bit off. Okay, I thought that was a spot where the match got kind of like whatever, a lot of like filler women there. No standout on the words.
Yeah,
Once Rhea got in there, the match picked up.
The 8 through 13 spots
there you go.
is what you're referencing.
Right,
where it was Jillian Hall, Ruby Riott,
Yeah.
Victoria, Peyton Royce, Santana Garrett, and Liv Morgan.
I will say, but I mean, when I say middle, I mean in terms of in terms of like the tracking, like the match picked up pretty quickly when Rhea got there, and then eliminations started happening like crazy. Again, there were like 10 and 12 people there in the ring one point.
See, I think that's the thing is you're such a fan of like eliminations and not having a lot of people in the ring because the whole
No. I actually don't mind people in the ring. I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, whatever.
It's just the names like I said, Bianca kind of disappeared for a little while. Like she was there. And that's probably by design, of course, when you book the match.
I look at it from this standpoint. Not everything needs to be Ric Flair. Not everyone's got to be involved from the minute that they walk in to the minute they walk out.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I like pacing. Pacing's good. It's fine.
58 minutes, 50 seconds total time of the match. We then get a really random, 30-minute intermission.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
It was to get Peter Rosenberg the 24/7 title.
I have no explanation for that, other than it helped me catch up a little bit. Like I was able to fast forward through it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Can you believe that we've sat through shorter intermissions at like 2009 Ring of Honor shows than that?
I mean, it's not like you're actually going to like there's people in the crowd to go get fucking food or something. No. The fucking intermission.
No. But me and Joe have sat through shorter intermissions at a Ring of Honor show, like where they had to set up a cage,
Right.
and we sat through shorter intermissions. Like this is bad. Like,
Yeah, even if you do the Roosevelt spot,
understand.
doesn't require 30 minutes. No
No,
sense.
it didn't. It was fucking awful. It killed all the momentum.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, we get.
that was weird. That was just plain weird.
I will say this: if there are fans in the audience at WrestleMania and they give us a 24-minute intermission on both nights, I might throw up.
Yeah. Hey Vince, don't do that again. Thank you.
Yeah, please don't. We then get the Universal title match. It is the champion, Roman Reigns, defending his title against Kevin Owens. As you remember, this match was technically supposed to be Adam Pearce. Pearce has a injury, makes it Kevin Owens. They make it last man standing. 24 minutes, 54 seconds. The head of the kitchen table retains.
Kitchen table. Okay, so I'm not a big fan normally of last man to standing matches unless you have to get the opponents correct to make it work. Other than one spot for this match, I love this fucking match. Loved it.
What was the one spot?
The fucking handcuffs.
What was wrong with the handcuffs?
Oh no, and handcuffs,
Paul
and then from there to the referee.
Paul couldn't get him fucking uncuffed, and the ref had to stop counting.
That too. And then the referee.
That was the part that pissed me off.
Yeah. But other than that,
why is he not counting anymore?
Great spots. Kevin Owens, great spots. Fuck, it was great.
I agree. I thought it was an excellent match.
A+.
I wish they would have pulled the trigger.
Yeah, honestly, and you know, Joe alluded to this last week, the fear of like Kevin Owens having these amazing matches with Roman, and then he won't even be involved in Mania. It sucks because he deserves to be in the title picture, man. This guy's put on great matches against top guys in the company. Like this has been a great feud. Obviously, it's gone a little. We're at the end of this feud, but it's been a great feud, and this match was phenomenal. And again, I'm not a fan normally of last man standing matches to begin with.
Yeah, I gave this match a B. I had it in the A category
Until
up until the whole, hey, I'm gonna handcuff you, and then the referee's gonna sit in a spot that he normally never fucking stands in.
Yeah,
I don't know why he was that close. To then Heyman can't get it unhandcuffed. The ref just looks down, sees they're having problems, and goes, "Oh, my shoe's untied." What number was that? Oh, 5. Like, really, dude? Come on, man. Like,
so messed up.
Tell Owens he's got to come over and like kick Roman or something, or yell at you and like break up the count like you would like a count out or something. Like, there's something that's got to be to get that to the spot where you don't have the referee just going, "Oh, look, squirrel."
Yeah,
it just kind of killed the ending and the momentum for me, which
I think my next question, like obviously Roman is still the Universal Champion. He's gonna obviously
for now.
Right, for now. Where does Kevin Owens go from here now? Where does he go from here?
You want me to answer that question for you honestly?
Yeah.
Meaningless fucking feud with like Shelton Benjamin.
And that sucks.
Oh yeah, no, it's trash. I didn't say you were gonna like it. I just told you where he's gonna end up going.
Nothing against Shelton, of course, but I mean, God.
Yeah, because what do? You're gonna put him in a feud against Bobby Lashley? He just lost 7 title matches. Let's let him lose 7 more.
Yeah. I get it. I guess. Oh, well,
I mean, the only other thing. I mean, honestly, the only other thing. Like, honestly, if Kevin was on SmackDown, or I mean, if Kevin was on Raw, right? He's on SmackDown, right?
Yeah,
he's on SmackDown. Yeah, he's on SmackDown.
No, maybe it won't be Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. Maybe it'll be he'll fight Biggie for the Intercontinental title, leading to him being as part of the 97 person ladder match at WrestleMania with Sami Zayn and Big E and basically anybody else on the SmackDown roster that wants to go.
Yeah. Better than Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, in the mommy in the mom brought her school bus, everybody hop in fucking ladder match.
Right.
All right. Final match of the show. We get the men's 30-man Royal Rumble, 58 minutes, 30 seconds, time of the match. We know that Edge and Randy Orton starting off at 1-2. Sami Zayn gets the number 3 spot in this one.
Loved it.
Can we talk about all the plunder and everything that Edge decided to use before to take out Randy Orton? What the fuck is the logic of that?
Joe?
What do you mean?
Like, Edge hasn't been seen in almost 7 months. Coming back from a knee injury, or a shoulder injury, or whatever, bicep. Let me now throw you, and destroy your legs, and not make it where you can't stand up to make it harder for me to throw you out of the Royal Rumble.
What?
The fuck kind of logic is that?
I didn't even think of that. That's
sorry,
a good one.
dude. It's one of those where it's like my brain starts and it's just like, why?
The details, man.
Our first random entry of the night, Carlito, and I will tell you this much: Carlito looks shredded.
He looks. Yeah, I was like, fuck. He's still wrestling somewhere. Like, jeez.
He might still be wrestling here.
Yeah.
Then we get our lone NXT member, Damian Priest.
Can I just say,
14.
He looked like he belonged tonight. Like, he looked like he belonged on a Raw roster, a SmackDown roster.
Yeah, I would agree. We get Brian, King Corbin, Otis, and mine and Joe's favorite to win this event, Dominic Mysterio at 21. Dominic Mysterio
I
did
was
two
really
things.
scared about that.
I know.
Stop. Scared about what? Stop. The Wayne fucking hell. I said it when he got there. He lasted 5 minutes in this ring.
We also said that there was no chance in hell that Otis was winning Money in the Bank, dude.
Yeah, it's Otis. Leave Otis alone. Otis.
Dude, it's Dominic Mysterio. His dad could be retiring.
And
they're going to let him win the title.
No way. He had a better chance of Goldberg winning tonight
They put him in a fucking main event feud with fucking Seth Rollins of all people. You don't mean to tell me you don't think it's possible? You're out of your fucking mind.
Well, then again, it is Vince, so.
I am the table.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio did two things good in this match. You want to know what they were?
Show up.
Get spine busted by fucking Baron Corbin through the fucking mat, and get thrown out of the ring.
By Corbin, right? Am I mistaken?
No, he eliminated Corbin.
Oh, okay. I think that's a good piss when that time.
Bob threw him out.
Okay. Bob Lash.
Yep. The Hurricane, who looks like he ate a skinnier, more athletic version of himself.
Yeah. It's funny. No. It's funny you say that because I watched the 2018 Rumble, and he was there too, and he looked really chubby. So, yeah.
I feel like at this point, Hurricane might have the record most quote-unquote surprise appearances at the Rumble.
Easily.
He is followed out by none other than Hall of Famer, or soon-to-be Hall of Famer, hopefully, Christian.
That was a good spot. I was surprised.
That was a nice surprise.
Very nice surprise.
So, kudos to them there. Final six. AJ, Mysterio, Sheamus, Cesaro, the returning Seth Rollins, and Joe Lopez's second worst potential winner of the Royal Rumble, Braun Strowman.
Don't let Carol hear that.
Oh no, she knows. His music also sounds like he's taking a shit midway through it.
Can I just say that even though we kind of almost assumed Seth was coming out there, it did still feel like a surprise a little bit. To me, anyway.
Okay, here's my thing. Looking over this, okay. Where the fuck is Keith Lee?
Thank you. Maybe because of the COVID. I
was gonna say that. It's probably because
that's the only thing. That's the only thing that makes sense, and that's probably why the Hurricane got added to the match.
Right, because
doesn't know Mia Yim, who's as Joe said it on text messaging. Oh yeah, they fucking is Keith Lee's girlfriend. Mia Yim on Friday announced she had COVID-19. So obviously, I mean, he's been exposed to it. We have to assume that. So that's probably why he wasn't there tonight.
He's been exposed to that ass.
Yeah. I mean that makes the most sense. Again, it's just it would have been nice for them to make a comment about it. I mean, it's real life. Like, we know that she has COVID. It's not like she's lying about it. Final four were Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, Christian, and Edge.
Yeah. But
we forgot that Randy Orton was still around.
Don't we always?
Yeah.
Cool spot. Christian gets eliminated by the combo of Strowman and Rollins. Edge eliminates Strowman. Edge gets out Seth Rollins, thinks he wins. Orton with an RKO, and he no-sells the fuck out of it. Gets up, throws him out, and wins the Royal Rumble. Okay.
2 swerves here, by the way. You assume Seth's going to win it? Because it makes sense? No, a lot of people did think that. If you want Twitter, no, well, Mike, you're different. A lot of people thought Seth's going to win it, and then he gets knocked out.
A lot of shit stupid on Twitter.
Right, and then Randy comes back, RKO's Edge, and you think maybe he's going to win it, and then another swerve there, and Edge knocks him out.
I thought there was a 0% chance of Randy Orton winning it because obviously we're getting something with him in the Fiend. So, like, that's all I'm really thinking about, which I was surprised that the Fiend didn't come out in some way, shape, or form during this match.
Right.
So that was my why the fuck didn't he come out at some point? You know. But I think the thing that really we go from here is it's Edge winning the match. Is it Drew? Is it Roman?
There's a lot of mystery about that one. I mean,
does he even get
to Mania?
The match?
You still have The Miz and the Money in the Bank hanging around too. There's a lot of options here. You have 2 pay-per-views between now and Mania to utilize more swerves. Let me say real quick on Edge's case, like, he wasn't my ideal pick to win it. I'm not mad about it though. It was nice. It was a nice, genuine, surprise that he won. I'm not like unhappy he won.
Who would you have rather have been?
Well, I had Daniel Bryan as my pick, and I actually would like to have seen Daniel Bryan get another title shot, but whatever. But I do think now, looking forward with this, and not knowing that Drew retained and Roman's still the champion, that there is some mystery now to who you pick. Like, it's quite obvious Bianca Belair is going to pick Sasha Banks. I mean, I don't see another option there, but what I guess the bigger question here is what makes sense moving forward for Edge. Does it make sense to face Drew? Does it make sense to face Roman? Is there history between these 3? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you look at it, you could have Spear versus Spear.
Yeah, that's one option.
Personally, I kind of hope that Roman drops the belt before Edge catches or uses his contract to face him. I kind of hope that Drew gets somebody different. I don't know if I really want Edge versus Drew right now.
Right.
I would, if you're going to let Roman get to WrestleMania, I would love for Edge to be the one that takes the title off of him. Give Edge a 2-month, 3-month run, and then let someone big beat him. I mean, you got enough guys over on the SmackDown roster. That'd be fun for him to feud with. He's a guy that, you need some credibility to a guy. Big E, maybe E drops the title at WrestleMania in the ladder match.
Right.
Decides that he's ready for bigger and better things, and he's the one that dethrones Edge sometime down the road.
Yeah.
And have some fun with it. Even if it's something crazy like The Miz cashes in on a random show, gets the belt, and then he cashes in against The Miz. Like, I wouldn't even be opposed to that.
Well, it's like I said, we have, and I think Fastlane is going to be, because it's going to be and this will go into our next topic in a second, because Fastlane will be the first pay-per-view under the Peacock umbrella, it's going to be push heavy. I think Fastlane will be way more important than you give it credit for.
I don't know if I think you're over-analyzing that. I think the reality of the situation is Fastlane got added because they added 2 weeks of waiting for. I don't think they did it to appease.
No. But I'm just saying, now that it's here, now that it's actually a thing.
I wouldn't. Why? But why? Because in fucking 2 weeks later, you're having the two biggest shows of the year.
No, but Mania sells itself. It doesn't matter. Mania is the Super Bowl.
We said that last year, and it was hot trash. I don't think it's going to sell itself this year.
Well, I also think last year. I mean, we're not going to use last year. Example.
Okay, but what you're not remembering: 25,000 people 2 times.
Is that official? Because all I heard was that they're going to consider it after the Super Bowl. They want to see how the Super Bowl looks first before making a decision on that. That's what I heard.
Okay. The reality of the situation is, what is your max number? 25,000 twice. Okay? Mm-hmm. If you're going to fill it with meaningless bullshit, you're not going to fill it both times.
Right.
Whether it's WrestleMania because of the name or not, it's not going to matter. You still have to go out there and you still have to put a decent card up. Right. I don't think the Peacock deal is gonna push them to make Fastlane that much more better. I think that you've got 2 weeks before a show. It very well may be a glorified Saturday night's main event.
Fair point. I mean, I see what you're saying there. I just think that because it's also the first one, they may make it. They will make Fastlane a lot more bigger deal than they have in the past. I guess it's more my. I'm not saying it'll be treated like a big 4. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll be treated like Survivor Series. I'm just saying, but I think random pay-per-view, aligning with the first pay-per-view on the Peacock platform might give it a little more attention than usual. That's all I'm saying. Joe, want to chime in on this?
It sounds like an unnecessary bump in the road towards WrestleMania.
I prefer not be there anyway, honestly.
Yeah.
I like the space between February Elimination Chamber and April WrestleMania. Utilize that for Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, same.
Let it breathe a little bit. I agree, but again, this is fucking money and streaming services, so whatever.
Well, you also pushed back WrestleMania by 2 weeks.
That's true. But that being said, I did give the men's match real quick grade. Bring it real quick. I gave it a B. I thought it was a solid match. Wasn't as good as last year's, but
yeah, I gave it a B too.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
Overall, I give the show a rave review.
A what?
A rave review.
Okay, I'll get a B. The show overall. Yeah.
I'll give it a B plus.
Yeah, B plus. Yeah, absolutely. Solid show. I was engaged all the way throughout, other than a fucking 30-minute intermission. Don't do that, Vince, ever again.
Yeah, that was an odd decision.
Yeah, it makes no sense. So anyway, that's it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, my topic. I'm sure people listen who follow wrestling, daily, they know the news about the WWE Network will be moving to Peacock in March, on March 18th, actually. I'm going to read a little bit here for some of our listeners who may not know the details about this and how that impacts them and the pricing and all that. This is from Variety when they announced the deal on Monday. So a couple things here. WWE and NBC reached a multi-year agreement giving Peacock exclusive rights to the network for American viewers. They'll be migrated over to Peacock Premium, where they'll be continue to get access to the network, but will pay 50% less per month while getting full access to the version of the Peacock Premium tier ads. The Peacock will launch the network, as I said, March 18th, 2021. When Peacock will begin to roll out more than 17,000 hours of WWE Network, new, original, and library programming, both on demand and on the 24-hour channel. Obviously, all the events will be on there as well, too, like normal. There's 2 tiers, $5 a month on the Peacock with ads, $10 a month as we pay now with a network without ads. So basically, we'll get more details about the migration and all that and how it's going to work and all that. It's amazing how this fucking company, even in a pandemic, can still make money. Everybody's complaining about the ratings. The ratings are low. They're going to go out of business. And yet last year we did a podcast on this, how like the WWE still managed to have a pretty solid financial spot. Now, obviously, it took like cutting people off the roster and all this shit and not having live events, And now Vince and company now somehow managed to, in the middle of a goddamn pandemic, make $1 billion. It's insane to me how this continues to grow, this pro wrestling, this sports entertainment. It's truly fascinating. So I just want to get guys' thoughts. I know we discussed this in our group text early in the week when the news came out and about our pros and cons and our fears of this sudden change that's upcoming in the next 8 weeks. So you guys want to take it on? Go ahead, guys.
Joseph?
I mean, I don't really have any fears about it in particular. To me, I'm already a subscriber to Peacock Premium. I did that so I could watch the new Saved by the Bell, which, by the way, was really, really good. I was a huge fan. Yeah, I fully recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the original series. But,
which I am.
Yeah. So, like, I already get that. So all this sounds like to me is I'm about to save $10 a month, which is never a bad thing. I know a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of my friends and stuff who seem to be a little bit wary of any changes that might come to the platform and like how exactly it'll be set up within the Peacock app and all of that. And I understand that. I understand the fear because first of all, look, nobody likes change. That's just facts of the matter. Nobody likes change. We're all this WWE Network, I think we were just talking about this last week, has now been around for 7 years. And, we're all used to having it a certain way. You go into the app, it looks a certain way, all of that. And that's going to be different now. And I understand why that makes people uncomfortable and the thought of what could possibly be lost, And will there be some bumps in the road during the transition? Probably, I think that has to be expected. And I think that if there are any features that are lost in translation at first, they'll probably come back in time. But I don't know if that's good enough for a lot of people. I think that if there's any difference in functionality, you're going to have a lot of people that are angry. But then at the end of the day, does that matter? Like right now, I think Peacock is looking at it, and for them, this deal for NBC Universal this deal essentially gives them 2 million, 3 million new subscribers. However many subscribers are on the WWE network. If you've seen the wording on this, the way it says it is that basically if you're a WWE network subscriber, come March, your subscription is just going to be converted over into Peacock. So they've essentially just bought themselves 3 million new subscribers. It makes perfect sense for them from a business standpoint, And at the end of the day now, if some of those 3 million subscribers decide, okay, this isn't for me, I don't like the way this looks, I don't like this new feel, I don't like this new platform, and they decide to leave that, yeah, Peacock's going to end up losing people, obviously, out of this 3 million new people that they didn't expect to have to begin with. So it's almost like a net neutral loss in a way. I feel like I'm doing Scott Steiner math here. But, it feels like it gets to a point where they're like, okay, this is not a big deal if, 500,000 people decide to cancel the service because, we were gaining 3 million, so now we're only gaining 2.5 million. But that's still a lot of millions, so they're still coming out on top.
Yeah, I think the thing that it's got to be right from a standpoint of easy for people to get to and separate from the NBC stuff, because if it's all polluted together, there will be some backlash, and I don't know that you really want a ton of backlash, at least not right away. So I think that's something you got to be alert of. But other than that, I don't know necessarily that there's really much bad that can come out of this. As long as they keep putting up the content that they have up there now, plus continue to roll out things like the primetime wrestling stuff, and old and indie stuff, and I think they're just fine.
Yeah, I think 17,000 hours sounds like nothing's going to change. If anything, we're going to get more material probably that's attached to the launch in March.
I think you'll get more stuff in March, but I don't think you're going to get much after that. I think it might be a couple months until you get another drop, just to kind of save some of the depth of the pool.
Right. I think Mike and I especially have the same concerns is about how it looks. So real quick for me, I have Peacock as well, but I have the free tier. I had planned on getting the paid tier at some point in the next couple months. Obviously now with this happening, I'll just wait till March to do it because I'm gonna save money. I'm just gonna do the $10 tier and keep paying for the network, and it's got the extra access to the premium Peacock material. I think again, biggest concern for me is I'm hoping that the WWE Network has its own hub where you can go in the WWE hub and it looked like as though it's its own app, in other words. Because my biggest fear is that, because especially someone like you, all three of us really do this. We like to go down rabbit holes and deep dive and go in order, and sometimes even in the network as it is today, it's hard to find some material. So can you imagine having to go through material that's not wrestling?
I'm looking for Saturday night's main event, and I got to go through the entire season of Scrubs.
Yeah, exactly. No, Scrubs is my all-time favorite TV show, but still, I don't want to have to go through the whole fucking thing just to get to Primetime Wrestling 1986. You know
what? I'm looking for ECW One Night Stand. Why the fuck do I have to go through 76 seasons of ER?
Exactly. So if you add its own hub, awesome.
And I think it will. I genuinely think, I don't know how it would work otherwise, like you said,
I think it would be a riot.
Yeah, because, and Mike, you're right. We sound picky, but honestly, random ex-wrestling fan thinks the same way. They are picky as fuck. Mm-hmm. Trust me. They're picky about the W Network now by itself. So,
Factual.
These are things that are concerns that are, and these fans will cut their subscription if they feel like they're not being heard. I'm telling you.
Correct.
Wrestling fans are very picky in that way, man. So, but I don't. That being said, I think this will work out fine. I actually don't mind Peacock's layout right now. Maybe they'll update it by March. But I'm actually confident this will work out. I really am. And honestly, we should have seen the clues to this anyway, because there's already WWE Network stuff on Peacock's platform anyway. It's been there for months, like little things, you know. So we shouldn't be that surprised, really, that this deal went down. It's a long time coming.
I would say the only thing that I personally would fear, and I think this always becomes a fear whenever you start, putting things out into different platforms that are controlled by different people, is what happens if this platform goes down, Like, what if Peacock fails? What if NBC Universal decides to pull the plug eventually on Peacock? Because it's happened. Like, look, the streaming services, there's a lot of them. It's a hell of a war out there, and there's not gonna be, it's not gonna be without casualties, So what happens if at the end of the day Peacock ends up not surviving? What happens until the WWE content? Where does that go to live? Does WWE relaunch the network as its own entity, or does the deal that they've cut with NBC Universal make it impossible for them to do that? And then we're just kind of left with we're all left with trying to go to our local FYE and finding all the old WWE DVDs we never thought we were going to need again.
Pull out your fucking VHS tapes, man.
Right.
Coliseum Home Video, baby. Let's go.
Right.
Oh boy.
No, honestly, I don't see it being an issue. Peacock already has over 22 million subscribers as it is, before you even lump in the WWE Network subscribers. They are right now probably the second biggest subscriber base of all the streaming services. So I wouldn't worry about that, honestly. In fact, I would say, given what they have now, first off, the shows they have, like The Office and all this stuff, are going to bring in people alone into the hub.
Yeah.
I was already planning on getting the Peacock regardless of the W Network. This just makes it easier for me. So I save $10 right now by doing this.
No, that makes sense. The one thing too that I think is kind of interesting is the unexpected fallout of ESPN basically deciding that they're never going to cover WWE again.
Okay.
Because I guess they wanted to get in on this deal, and
right.
I guess at some point, like in their ideal world, this would have been added to ESPN Plus as opposed to Peacock. But it obviously didn't work out that way, and they're kind of pissed off about it. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, it isn't the biggest deal, because obviously WWE is more in business with NBC Universal than they are with the Disney. So I don't think that it's the biggest deal to them that they're not going to get coverage from ESPN anymore. But I just thought it was kind of funny that that's a thing that happened,
That ESPN took the ball and went home.
Yeah, exactly. they're like, fuck you guys.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
I was making sure. No. Yeah. Well, first off, I have opinions on that anyway too. ESPN being covered. I love sports. I love sports entertainment. There's no place for fucking WE in ESPN ecosystem anyway. Personally, I've been saying for years. Just keep it separate. So whatever. Yeah. If you want to cover it, it's so fucking be. I don't give a shit. So. I
mean, they were definitely using it a lot at the beginning of like the pandemic and stuff, but that kind of made sense.
They needed content, so it's more so ESPN needed WWE more than the other way around. WWE was still going full speed ahead. Granted, with the ceiling being the number one fan, of course, but again. Anyway, last topic. Bring it home, Joe.
All right. Well, I thought this would be a fun one. And I actually totally forgot that today was this year's Royal Rumble, but whatever. It's the perfect timing for it. You and Mike are about to, I hope you're ready for this one. Y'all are about to play yourselves some Royal Rumble Jeopardy.
God, I wish I had theme music for this.
There we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Royal Rumble Jeopardy.
Wait, is that Price is
Brought
Right
to
you
you
singing
by
there?
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Ooh,
Family
Bounty.
Feud.
I like Bounty.
All
It's
right,
like Family
so this is
Feud.
how it's going to work, guys. Okay, so I have for you 5 categories, okay?
Okay.
And obviously they each have a value. This is like Jeopardy. Now, so remember that when I'm going to give you a category, they each have a value between 200 and 1,000. So 200, 400, 6, 8,000. You'll get to choose which one you want. Obviously, if it's your turn, we'll tally up the scores. We'll see who wins. If I had to bet money, I think Mike's going to win. But I'm also
What a
totally
dick.
impartial. So that's how this is going to work. So for you guys to buzz in, the easiest way to do this is for you to say your name, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So if you're buzzing in, like Mike, you're going to say either Mike or Burn. Ernest, you're going to say either Ernest or EJ. But
Okay.
be consistent, bitches, okay? So that's
Ooh.
how this is going to work. At the end of the round, we're going to have Final Jeopardy. You'll have a chance to bid. I promise you these are not all hard, but I also promise you they're not all easy. So, without further ado,
wait. So which is it, buddy?
look, no sass, okay?
Okay.
Nobody asked you questions.
Wait.
Yet.
What?
All
Wait.
right.
So you
Oh,
have sass.
and
I have
remember,
sass. Come on now.
remember, this is Jeopardy, so you are going to answer in the form of a question, and if you don't, you will not get it right. Don't make me be a Gestapo. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm writing by hand the scores, so it's going to take a while. Okay. So anyway.
Let's go.
All right. So let's go. So your categories are, okay? Your categories are, and the winner is Simply the Beast, Record Breakers,
Boy.
Number 1 with a bullet, and I see, you see. Okay, so those are your categories. I'm gonna flip an imaginary coin that doesn't actually exist. Ernest is heads, Mike is tails. Oh look, it came up tails. Mike, you go first. Go ahead.
I'll take what is Record Breakers for 200, Joseph.
You said Record Breakers?
Correct.
Okay, Record Breakers for 200. Okay. So,
Come on, Alex.
Okay, so for 200, this monster holds the record for most eliminations in
Burn.
Royal Rumble.
Oh my God.
Burn.
Damn it.
Who is Kane?
That is correct. Burn 200. Okay.
Okay, let's roll. I will take
Okay,
I will take Record Breakers for 400.
Okay. For 400, this Canadian-born wrestler holds the record for most accumulated time in Royal Rumble matches.
EJ?
Okay, Ernest.
I know it's wrong. I'm going to say it. Is it Earthquake?
Good Lord.
So does that mean he has negative 400 now?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, good Lord. This is going to be hard. This is going to be hard to track with a pen. God damn.
I've got it on my phone, worst case.
Dude, can you keep track?
Yes. And I'm just going to let the timer run out on this question because I actually don't know the answer to this one.
Edge?
But if you'd like to know, the answer was Chris Jericho.
Oh, it's Chris Jericho.
I was gonna buzz in and say fucking Jericho or Bret Hart. I couldn't pinpoint which one I was gonna go with.
I'm going to say Edge.
Well,
Right.
Edge would have been a logical pick had he not been out for the last 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next, Mike. Still yours.
We'll go Record Breakers for 600.
All right, Record Breaker 600. Steve Austin had the most eliminations in the 1999 Royal Rumble with this number.
EJ?
Ernest.
What is 12?
Ooh, close, but actually not even a little bit.
Dick.
Mike,
Wait. Can we curse on this show?
Hold on, I'm updating Ernest to negative 1,000.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know. It's just fun to write negative 1,000 next to his name. I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
It's better than minus one. Minus one.
No, you're not better than negative 1. Don't ever disrespect the great negative 1 ever again.
That's right, Mr. Huber.
You said 99, correct?
yes, 99.
Now that I have time to actually.
And he lost at Rumble too.
All right. I think I have an answer.
Sure, shoot.
What is 8?
Yes, 8 is the correct answer.
Ship it. Let's roll.
Dude,
all right.
Dude, needs to be a time for these things. You can't just have him fucking having like 30 seconds to fucking figure it out.
Don't ever.
All right, Mike, you're bored.
What we've done 2, 4, and 6, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll go with 800 then.
All right, 800 record breakers. She holds the record for shortest time in a women's Rumble match.
Burn.
Mike.
Who is Liv Morgan?
Correct.
Let's fucking eat.
I heard a fucking pencil in the background.
I
got a board here. I gotta cross off what you guys picked.
2,000, you fucking herbs.
All right, and we'll finish off the category.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right, for 1,000 record breakers. This man holds the record for longest time in a Royal Rumble match.
Burn.
EJ.
Yeah, Burn.
Who is Rey Mysterio?
No.
That is incorrect.
Fuck me.
EJ, Ernest.
Daniel Bryan.
That is correct.
How long was Bryan in for?
1 hour, 16 minutes.
Unfortunately, this counts the greatest Royal Rumble, which he was in for over an hour. Yeah.
And by the way, I know that because I watched that today, so.
Makes sense.
So surprisingly, Ernest, it is your board.
Okay, that last category, the ICUC bullshit, I don't know what the fuck that means. It's for 200 now. Let's see what that goes.
ICUC for 200. These two wrestlers competed in a ladder match for the Intercontinental title at the 2001 Royal Rumble.
Burn.
Oh, God.
Mike.
Nah, I'm fucking drawing a fucking... You said 2001?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike.
Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit.
That is correct.
Don't fucking rush me, dude. You gotta give me more than 8 seconds to figure it out. Fucking Ken Jennings.
We got fucking commercials to get to, buddy. Come on.
Sorry, it's 1:30. It's 1:30 in the morning. You're gonna have to give me more than fucking 35 seconds.
Christ.
I'll take ICUC for 400, Alex.
ICUC for 400. This wrestler began his only Intercontinental title reign at the 1992 Royal Rumble.
EJ.
Ernest.
British Bulldog.
No.
No. I'm sorry. Damn it.
No, there's no take backsies.
No takey backsies.
No
takey backsies.
No.
What the fuck? This is bullshit.
I know the answer though. I know the answer.
Well, that's nice. Too bad you answered wrong, you moron. Yeah, I mean, my.
Can I say it after you get it right? Can I say it?
Yeah, say it.
It's Roddy Piper, isn't it?
It was Roddy Piper. You're right.
So
too bad you suck. All right.
Dumbass.
All right. What's the score at, Mike?
I have 0.
800. I have 800. Ernest is at negative 400.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
Coming back. All right, Mike, you're up.
I'll take ICUC for 600.
All right, ICUC for 600. This man successfully defended the Intercontinental title at the 1998 Royal Rumble.
EJ.
Ernest.
The Rock.
That is correct.
Ooh, he's back into positive numbers.
Ooh.
ICUC for 800.
All right, for 800. This man lost the Intercontinental title at the 1995 Royal Rumble.
EJ.
Go for it.
It was Jeff Jarrett. No.
No, you suck.
Fuck.
Burn. Who is Razor Ramon?
That is correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, got him. 1,600 to negative 600. And we will complete ICUC for 1,000.
All right, for 1,000, cleaning out the category. This woman competed for the Intercontinental title
Burn.
at the 2000 Royal
Oh my
Rumble.
God.
Mike,
China.
that is correct. Well,
Yeah.
wait. That was
Who
not
is
in the
China?
form of a question.
Who is China?
All right, that is correct.
Get wrecked. What other categories do we have?
There's
Alex?
3 more left. There's 3 more.
Still left we have, and the winner is Simply the Best and number 1 with a bullet.
We'll go number 1 with a bullet for 200.
Okay. And for the record, I read that wrong. It's Simply the Beast.
Okay.
The number 1 with a bullet for 200.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So each of these questions is going to be, who is the first entrant into this year's Royal Rumble, okay? So for
Okay.
200,
Mike
who
won.
is the first entrant into the 1994 Royal Rumble?
EJ.
Ernest.
We'll take a shot here. Who is Shawn Michaels?
That is incorrect.
Okay. I figured that.
94 was...
A shitty year of pro wrestling.
No, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember where it was at. Yeah, I'm on the time right now because I'm drawing a blank on location of where the show was.
The answer was, who is Scott Steiner?
Oh, jeez, I never gotten that.
I almost buzzed in and said Triple H because I thought and then you said no to Shawn Michaels and I'm like, no, obviously it wasn't Triple H because
It wasn't there yet.
I was thinking about another year where he had a match on the free for all versus Duke the Dumpster.
Right.
95, yeah. That was the year after that.
All right. We'll stay with number 1 with a bullet for 400.
All right. He was number 1 in the 2007 Royal Rumble.
07. Damn, dude, you're
I'll guess it, EJ. Fucking EJ.
All right.
EJ. Was John Cena? Who was John Cena?
No, that is incorrect.
It might write me down. -1,000.
2007. I'm gonna go with the guy who is most notably known for another Royal Rumble. Who is Ric Flair?
That is correct. Wow, I'm impressed.
Sometimes you just gotta, sit here and actually think about it for longer than 8 seconds. Ernest fucking buzzing in wrong and then trying to brush me and shit.
I'm ready to rabbit hole. I'm ready to rabbit hole, so.
All right, we'll stay with number 1 with a bullet for the next.
All right. Ernest, this one's for you. He was number 1 in the 2020 Men's Royal Rumble match.
EJ.
Yes.
Who was Brock Lesnar.
I mean, you've only watched it 87,000 times. You better have gotten that fucking
How much was that one?
600?
That was 800?
Oh, 800, okay.
Oh, okay, all right. He's almost back to positive numbers, guys.
Wait, I'm wrong. That was 600.
Oh, never mind.
So I said.
All right.
All right. Can I do that same category for 800?
Same category, 800. All right. He was number 1 in the 1988 Royal Rumble.
EJ.
Go for it.
Who was Ricky Steamboat?
No.
Shit.
Fuck it, I'm gonna gamble. Who is Big John Studd?
No, that is incorrect. The correct answer.
Jim Duggan?
No,
Rick
it
Rude?
is Bret Hart.
Fuck.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Fun fact. EJ, still your call.
Same category. Just close it out at 1,000.
All right. He was number 1 in the 2002 Royal Rumble.
EJ?
Okay.
Who is Triple H?
No.
Let's see. That was
Every Rumble after 2001 is like a fucking blur to me.
That's so sad. It's such a good Rumble.
It is.
Who is Rikishi?
It is Rikishi. That is correct.
I'm playing
it for The Rock.
Should I play a Too Cool theme song now?
Oh,
You
God.
It's better
All
than
right,
Lucha Bros.
we got 2 categories left.
Simply the Beast.
The winner is Simply the Beast.
Simply the Beast for 200.
All right, Simply the Beast for 200. Brock Lesnar eliminated this man last to score his only Royal Rumble match victory.
Burn.
Mike?
Who is the Big Show?
That is incorrect.
Fuck. Oh.
Burn. EJ.
Are you saying Burn?
Yeah. Who was the Big Show? No, wrong also too. Yeah, look at the fuck. I said Big Show also. Well, go ahead.
Like, why did you just guess the same? Okay. The answer was The Undertaker, for the record.
Well, fuck you. Next question.
Okay, we'll stay with this category for 400.
All right. These 2 men challenged Brock for the WWE title at the Royal Rumble event in 2015.
EJ.
Okay.
Was Seth Rollins and John Cena?
That is correct.
Yeah. I go with the Beast topic for 600.
Okay.
Want to be Alistair Beck?
For 600. This man eliminated Brock from the 2017 Royal Rumble match.
EJ.
Yes.
Who was Roman Reigns?
No, incorrect.
How much was that category? Or that topic?
600.
Okay. I'll gamble here because fuck it. Who is Bill Goldberg?
That is correct.
Darn.
Sometimes
you know him, you love him.
You gotta go for it, baby. Alright, I'll take same topic, 800.
All right, same topic, 800. Oh, whoa! It is your daily double.
Let's go.
All right.
New Day Rocks.
So what are our scores?
I am currently at 3,600. Ernest is at negative 2,800.
Mike, what would you like to wager?
I'll wager 1,200.
All right, for 1,200. This man has wrestled Brock in singles matches at 2 different Royal Rumble events.
Who is the Big Show?
That is correct.
Let's go.
Fat Kid Certified. 4,000.
4,800. Let's go. All right, we'll take the Beast for 1,000.
All right, for 1,000. This man eliminated Brock from the 2016 Royal Rumble match. With a little family help.
EJ.
EJ.
Who was Bray Wyatt?
That is correct.
All right.
Hey,
All right.
Down to 1,800 negative.
There you go. Don't call the comeback because I'm not coming back. Okay. All right, so
don't worry, I won't.
Yeah. Oh, so last category is what's it called again?
And the winner is.
The winner is for 200, please.
For 200. Watch out! This 2-time winner could strike like a snake.
EJ.
Burn.
EJ.
EJ first.
Who was Randy Orton?
That is correct.
All right, same category, 400, please.
All right, 400. This man was the first man to enter the Royal Rumble match at number 1 and win.
Burn.
EJ.
Yeah,
Who is Shawn Michaels?
that is correct.
That's correct. Yep.
We'll continue.
I don't need your help. The
Fuck
fuck?
you. Fuck you.
Same category, sir, for 600.
600? Okay. This lucky number has seen the most entrants win the Royal Rumble match.
EJ.
Burn.
EJ.
Number 13?
No. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Burn.
Yeah.
27.
27. That is correct.
That was for 600, correct?
That is 600. Yes.
Just so I can make sure that Ernest has negative 2,200. I'll continue with the same category for 800.
All right. For 800, he was the first man to win the Royal Rumble, entering at number 30.
EJ.
Okay, Ernest.
Who was Braun Strowman?
No, that is incorrect.
Okay.
Braun Strowman is approximately 1-0 Royal Rumbles.
No, he won the Greatest Royal Rumble in 2018.
Oh, but not at 30?
That is true.
He was 30.
But he was not the first.
Right. You just say last, say 30.
I'm gonna go with who is Yokozuna?
Nope.
What was the answer?
This was The Undertaker in 2007.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
The last
And
category tonight.
ironically, for the record, even though it's not one of the questions, I just came across it in my research. The second person to do it was the following year in 2008, John Cena.
You can't see me, though.
Yeah, right. All right.
All right.
Last
Last
question.
Final topic.
Last question for 1,000. All right. She won the first ever Women's Royal
Burn.
Rumble. Mike.
Asuka? Who is Asuka?
That is correct.
Let's go.
All right. So what are our scores?
Currently, Ernest is at negative 3,000. And I am at 6,000 positive.
Very competitive match. Very competitive.
So, okay. So Mike's at 6,000. Now, Ernest, we're not going to do you dirty like that. So we're gonna make like the U.S. government and put you at 600.
Thank you. Stimulus.
600. Okay.
Stimulus check, please. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Mitch
So
McConnell.
now we're going to go with the final Jeopardy, okay?
Thank you, Mitch McConnell. Appreciate it.
Look, I do what I can.
That's right. All right.
All
Where
right.
you going? MVPs. I'm going first.
No,
Wait.
no. Final
There's
Jeopardy,
no
dog.
fucking Jeopardy.
Oh, we still do that? I thought I was eliminated already. Okay.
Nope.
No, I gave you 600.
Okay, cool.
I gotta write down my answer. Hold on. Okay, Joe, give us the question.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
What's the question?
All right. This is the cumulative amount of time that Chris Jericho has spent in Royal Rumble matches.
Good luck.
Good fucking luck.
Do we each get a guess, correct? Since it's Final Jeopardy?
Yes. And you gotta tell me what you wagered first. Ernest, I hope
Okay.
you used your 600 wisely.
Okay. This is no music, all of it. This is a stimulus check. I'll get another one in April.
Listen, the winner of this gets 3 shares of GameStop stock. So this is serious.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right.
You guys
ready to
got
go?
your answer?
I got my answers.
Mike?
Yeah, we'll roll with it and see if I can get anywhere close to it.
Okay. All right. Well, Ernest, you're obviously in last place. So what did you wager?
I wager all my money.
Okay, all 600. This is why people have problems.
And I put
Okay.
420 minutes, which is 420, of course, because I did that. I did it for the rock.
Give it to me in hours. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, okay. So break down 420 to fucking
his answer is 7 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, that is incorrect.
Of course it is.
Michael?
My wager was of $1,000.
Smart.
And my answer is 2 hours and 35 minutes.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer, 4 hours, 59 minutes, and 33 seconds.
That's it?
He was in a lot of fucking Rumbles.
Yes, he was in a lot of fucking Rumbles. But Mike, you are the winner of Royal Rumble Jeopardy, and it's really awful. Goddamn.
Ernest, you're trash.
Yep. MVPs.
All right, well, you're in such a fucking hurry to get the MVPs, and you said you were going first, so why the fuck are you waiting?
My MVP is my MVP today is $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase.
Okay, that's
I just watched his debut in WWE, fucking 1987 earlier tonight, and yeah, he's probably top 5, easily top 5, maybe top 3 villain all time in pro wrestling.
I can see that.
Like seriously, like the build up from this first vignette and having Virgil as his fucking driver and fucking dude, what was Vince thinking back then in 1987? Jesus Christ, bro! You know that shit's racist as fucking. You're still doing that shit. But that being said,
I mean, if you think about it, he's still kind of doing it with Reginald. I mean, Reginald's Somalian, the Somalian version of Virgil.
However, we got to confirm if Reginald is Somalian. If he's Somalian, then it's not fake news.
I mean, he's basically Virgil's son.
Virgil or Soul Train Jones.
Well, meanwhile, in 2021, my MVPs are going to be Bianca and Edge, because obviously you won the fucking Rumble. Like, that's a big deal.
You say that, so that's why I didn't do that.
My MVPs, I have 2 of them. MVP number 1 is the pair of handcuffs in the Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns match. Because no matter how much they try to fuck us, we ain't letting no man keep us down. Fuck you, Paul Heyman. And my second MVP of the week, not really surprising, but kind of surprising. I'm gonna give it to we're gonna give it to Rhea Ripley.
I like that. She deserves it. She did a great job tonight.
I mean, obviously Bianca will get all the cred and the love for winning, but I think Rhea really set herself to where, you know, we might get an NXT Women's Title match on the show, and she might be in it, or it might get her into another match at WrestleMania.
Only question will be: will it be 3-way? Will it be her and Nia? Will it be how you think it'll be?
I mean, if it's an NXT match, I think it's her versus Io. I think that makes the most sense. And she either wins and stays, or Io wins and then she moves on the next night to Raw.
Right. I think she's ready.
I don't think being ready is the issue right now.
Right.
I think the issue is making sure that there's enough talent, not only in NXT, but that she's not going to be necessarily lost in trying to figure out what they're going to do with her. I think they want to make sure that if you're bringing somebody up, that you know what you're doing with them, especially now with the way things are going on.
Mm-hmm. All right, fellas. Well, it was a great night, great podcast. Especially enjoyed Jeopardy. We should do a WrestleMania Jeopardy going forward in a few months.
You know what? I'll start the categories for WrestleMania Jeopardy, and you can take on Joe. And the winner of that will then face me in a Jeopardy of a later distinction.
SummerSlam Jeopardy.
Maybe Survivor Series Jeopardy.
We get a break?
Yeah, because we can't do it every fucking month or every 2 months. We gotta let it breathe sometimes.
We still got tournaments to do also too.
Exactly. We got some stuff to do.
Let's hope we do that. But anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Joseph, plug your shows, guys. Where you go, man? Come on.
Well, we haven't been able to record the last couple of weeks due to some stuff going on with me with work and family stuff. So, trying to get back on that horse. It is the Name Subject to Change podcast. We're getting ready to record SummerSlam 2003. Hopefully, get that up at some point this week if our schedules can align properly.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what we got for the wrestling side. Super Crazy Sports Spectacular might make a return. We're having problems finding time for the wrestling one that we actually enjoy doing. So the sports one's kind of on a brief hiatus. That's all I got. Follow me on Twitter at They Call Me Burn. Follow the show at Take 3 Wrestling. Take the number 3 Wrestling, where I did some live tweeting.
That was
I'm gonna
fun.
hopefully do that. I'm hopefully do that a little bit more, where I can actually go in depth. See, have a problem right now in the Bernier household. My wife has strep throat, so wasn't able to really go like send tweets as the matches were like on. Like I was able to do like recaps because had the baby or had Jackson, so made it a little bit more difficult to do some live tweeting. But
maybe one day Joe could join. Maybe one day Joe could join in with the live tweeting on that account with his high pitched voice.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so busy. I'm all booked up.
Oh Lord.
Don't worry, Joe will live tweet. He'll live tweet WrestleMania where I'm the one typing what he's saying.
This is Ghost Rider. This is Ghost Rider.
No, I mean honestly, if we are lucky enough to be part of the attendance to that, you have to understand there will be probably some live tweeting from the arena, what we see, what they're doing as precautions, stuff like that. Like you'll get live tweets from us. You may not get a ton of live tweets from us like of stuff going on in the show because me and Joe are very attentive, especially to that show. We don't really, surf our phones too much when we're at WrestleManias.
I mean, the cost of the tickets, I paid that much. I'm watching the fucking show.
I don't blame you.
That's actually one show that Joe, I don't think, has fallen asleep at.
Even the 7 hours? Even those 7 hours? Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably not true, but
oh no, San Francisco, you may have taken a nap during something.
Yeah, see, that sounds accurate.
Because it was the West Coast time.
Get better at that, Joe. Okay, get better at that.
Not about getting better at that. I mean, it's a 7-hour show, dude. It's a marathon.
Drink coffee. Yeah. I get it. No, I'm just joking. I get it. That's just too fucking long anyway. Anyway, guys, I guess next Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.